All right, another post-work update. The car's finally in its condition that I'm looking to have it in for now. So, some success. So, the biggest thing that was causing the holdups was the flex fuel system. So, right here, I've got the converter. I've got the sensor, rather. And right now, I've got this converter here. We'll talk about that more in a minute. But I'd put everything in, done all the plumbing, done all the wiring. But the issue I was running into was that the sensor outputs a digital signal. The ECU needs an analog signal. So Science of Speed sells a digital analog converter that you wire into a separate power source from the sensor, and it takes the signal from the sensor and converts it and sends it to the ECU. Well, I tried two different ones from Science of Speed, talking to them multiple times throughout the whole process, trying to get it to work, and I could not get it to work. It was reading 60-something% no matter what, even though the fuel tested in the 80s. Well, eventually they gave up and asked me to send the stuff back. They'd sent me two different converters, neither worked. I sent everything back to them. That's working a warranty claim. Nothing against Science of Speed. I've been using their products for 15 years and their stuff's usually great. This is the first negative experience I've had. Shit happens. Not too upset about it. I'll work with them on any kind of refund, or honestly, I'll be happy to accept store credit or whatever. But anyway, so I've got a sensor there and I've got this Fuel-It brand converter. Now, this Fuel-It brand converter, as we come down here, it plugs in here in line, so it shares the same power. The digital signal goes into the converter. The converter outputs three signals, another digital, so you could just wire this in line with a normal sensor to an ECU that accepts digital, and use the app. It outputs a Bluetooth signal that you can read on an app, and then it outputs an analog voltage signal through the wiring. So I've got that going to the ECU, and now the ECU reads the same as the app, which reads within a few percent of what I tested the fuel at. Happy, good to go. Finally can run this as true flex fuel instead of E85 only. Very happy about that. Some other changes I made. If you guys remember last time, I talked about how the seats, I was doing the seats. Well, as you can see right here, there's the passenger seat. I've got the adjustable but not sliding fixed, so effectively adjustable fixed base from PCI in for the Cobra Nogara on the passenger seat side. And I've got my second Cobra Nogara over there on the driver's side, all plugged in and good to go. See, I've got my hard top over there because I've got the top off at the moment. So I've got the seats squared away. I've got the flex fuel squared away. I've got everything up and running the way I want it. Very excited about that. Over here, back here, I've got the Goodyear Supercar 3Rs all ready for dry track use. And everything's good to go there as well. So the car's all good to go. So that's the main update. So upcoming videos you're gonna get from me. I've got at the end of the month, on the weekend of the 28th and 29th of September, is the big Motorland Festival at Sandia Speedway, Suica Circuit. There's going to be all kinds of stuff. The dirt track's going to be going with dirt oval stuff. The road course is going to be going with both ABQ Super Lap as well as the Swims wheel-to-wheel racing. There's going to be a car show, everything. It's a 2-day festival. I'm going to Albuquerque for that with this. So I'm going to swap the Goodyears on for that. And I'll bring the Continentals just in case it rains. It is getting into monsoon season in Albuquerque, so you never know. So the car is going to go to that and do its first time attack. Then the first 2 weekends in October are autocrosses. Haven't decided if I'm going to do both or not, but I'm definitely going to do at least one. And then the first Wednesday in October, the 6th, is a track day at Harris Hill, which I also would like to do because I'd like to try out the Harris Hill track this season at some point. So I'm looking forward to that. So we've got 2 track days, 2 autocrosses potentially. We'll see how things go with the family, whether I can make it to both autocrosses. I would really like to. It's going into my birthday month, so might as well have some fun. But I've got other things going on in my life that might make it a little difficult to make all of it. But at least 2 track days and an autocross coming up with this. Only thing I'm gonna have to do between now and the track day is I've got to swap the brake pads and rotors over to my track pads and rotors, and then probably leave them at least through the second track day, do at least one autocross on them. I'll decide at that point, after trying an autocross with them, if I want to just leave it on the track pads all the time or swap back and forth, because there are perfectly good pads and rotors on the car right now. They're just street oriented. The brake fluid in it's already Motel RBF 660, which is already better than the brake fluid I usually run for track, so I'm going to leave that for now. And other than that, the car is good to go. Super excited. I've had it out on the street a little bit. My wife and I took it out for our anniversary date night about a little over a week ago, or about a week ago. No, 2 weeks ago almost now. Then I took it out this past weekend. I even drove it to work today to check it out. Super just pumped that the car is where I want it for now. Will there be more changes in the future? Almost certainly. I still haven't decided if I long-term want to do a roll bar or not. I'm not doing it for right now, but that may happen. And I'm sure as I use it on track and do more autocrosses and get a feel for it, I will find things that I want to change to suit me, my tastes, my strengths and weaknesses versus the previous owners. And then, but the only other thing to do then is I'm going to do now a walk around, and we'll see all the decal changes I've made. All right, so here's for the walk around. So I've got on here, there used to be Hoosier stickers here. And up on the hood here, I took them off for now because it will be, I don't want to have the Hoosier stickers when I'm only running Hoosier for autocross. I'll put them on temporarily if I do a national level autocross event. The windshield's now completely blank. It probably will eventually down the line get another tire rack banner for national level autocrosses and such, but for now it is blank because I replaced it, so it's no longer cracked. I've got my numbers on the side here. I peeled the Dave Matthews Band sticker off the hardtop. As we go around back here, I've got my, for those of you who don't know, I'm in the Air Force. I fly by trade at HC-130J, which is the airplane there, and the green feet is the Combat Search and Rescue logo. So I do Combat Search and Rescue in the Air Force as my day job. I put a big Honda logo on there because why not? Eventually coming, it's not here yet. I named the car Jean Grey, or Phoenix from X-Men, because beautiful car, really like it, the color scheme, and it's so much more powerful and more capable than my old car, so I thought that was a good match. So I've got a sticker for that that's gonna go right here, and potentially on the sides of the hardtop where the old Dave Matthews Band stickers were. And then going down the line there, same on this side as it was on the other. So that is the update. Still deciding I might put an ABQ Super Lap something on either the front or back of the spoiler here. Haven't decided, but overall, very happy with where the car sits right now, and it's fully usable.